Hey everyone, I'm Becca. This is my first YouTube video on this channel. Thought I'd introduce it a little bit uh, and then tell you what's on my mind. So just I think I want this to be a vlog to kind of share my experiences, share my thoughts, kind of record uh, in some way my thoughts as I go along through my journey with ADHD, so that maybe I can help other people. I can help myself. I'm going to test things, just check in, maybe be a little accountable for certain behaviors and goals. So I know I need to be accountable for myself, but sometimes it helps when other people know what my goals are so that I can be, held accountable. I don't know how else to say it. Anyways, so of all the days to start this, it happens to be today, just because I've seen such a great improvement. Normally, the house does not look like this. Clean dishes that are drying. Sink mostly empty, just has stuff left over from dinner, which we just had. The kids are in bed now. Counter has been wiped 3 times in the past 2 days in that area. Table, I just finally got it cleaned off today. It's stained because it's protecting the beautiful table underneath from the 2 kids. So I have a 2-year-old and a 6-year-old, but that's all I want to say about them. I want to kind of keep them off of this vlog as much as I can. I won't say their names and I won't show you pictures, but I'll tell you their ages so that you kind of get an idea of my situation. I am married happily to a wonderful man. Anyways, so yeah, ADHD, jumping from topic to topic. It's great. So the past couple of days have been interestingly awesome. Starting yesterday, so I've actually been taking, let's see, where is it? And this is like my organized mess of stuff. So I've been taking one of these each day. I noticed that when I went off my prenatals after having my 2-year-old and then he stopped nursing, I actually forgot my prenatals for a little while. I know vitamins are important, and I made sure to take them all throughout breastfeeding for almost 2 years with him. And I plan to keep taking them for a little while after, but I decided to go with something a little bit cheaper. Sorry, jumping again. So when I missed about a week of taking them, just because timing with food and everything so that they didn't give me a stomach ache, it got a little rough for about a week. Sorry, someone texted me. So after that week, I started noticing that I was having a harder time thinking through things, planning things, being organized, being clean, being able to even fathom taking care of, piles and piles of stuff. Was it Sunday? 2 days ago, this counter looked like this. Like the whole thing. This is a smaller space. This counter looked so much like that, especially on this other half. And that's how the house generally looks. But anyways, when I stopped taking the prenatals, I started feeling like I couldn't even handle looking at that stuff. I'd ignore things like that, piles of papers, and like I didn't know how to organize it. I just couldn't. I didn't have the mental capacity to think about how to organize piles of paper. Like, what do you need? What do you not need? Worrying about, federal governments and state governments about taxes and stuff. Like, what kind of papers do you need to have for those? Like, you can get in trouble if you don't have the right papers, right? And records and stuff in your files. Anyways, just like a lot of maybe paranoia. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I'm still trying to figure it out myself. So just a disclaimer, everything I say in this video is just, and in my channel generally, is my own opinion, my own experiences. Take it with a grain of salt. Learn from it what you will. You don't have to take everything at face value. This is just me rambling. Anyways, so I changed to a cheaper vitamin. And I still think I wasn't getting as much, like when I stopped breastfeeding, I switched to the cheaper vitamin, and I'm not having as good brain function as I was on the prenatals. Now, the prenatals specifically have like omega-3s and things like that for brain development for the fetus, okay? And then also onto when you're breastfeeding, that kind of nutrient goes into the breast milk for a developing infant's brain. So I've been taking these for a little while, and it just hasn't been, as good. Then a few months ago, like last year, I think, like 6 months ago, I got these because they're supposed to help, the omega-3s, they're supposed to help with stuff like that. And even before that, I got these and I took them a couple times, this and this. I'll just take them all over to the counter. See, I'm more organized than normal right now. It's weird. Okay. So you got those for basic, so this for basic health and wellness, this for like my brain, and then these two because I have really not the best nails and hair. They're not horrible, but I like to have healthier nails because I like to paint my nails. I like to do everything really. So yeah, okay, so I explained them, and then starting yesterday, I didn't really take any of those extra things for quite a long time. Yesterday, I decided to take one of each of those supplements. So that is a total of 4 vitamins, and then also I have allergies, so I take one of those in the morning with them. I don't know if that is a safe combination, but I mean, they're supplements. I'm pretty sure it's safe. That's what I've been doing. And since yesterday, I felt way more organized in my brain than ever, or at least for quite a while. Like there's still, like the house looks lived in, but it actually looks clean. Like there's a visual representation of my brain right now. I'm a lot more organized, a lot more capable of like I'm not trudging through mud just to live normal life. Like normally it's like it takes so much energy just to figure out what to do with one paper. And then yesterday and today, it's been so much easier just to be like, okay, that goes here, that goes there, that goes, like the organization is so much better. That executive function. So I guess that should be it for this video. I'll say one more thing. Okay, so having everything like this makes me, I mean, it's not completely clean, but having everything look nicer than normal makes me more motivated to keep things nicer. Like the counter and the table were actually messed during dinner, but I had to get them clean. I needed it. I think it's a kind of medicine for me to get that dopamine that my brain is so used to going without because of the ADHD. So it's like every time I look at it, I get a little shot of dopamine in my brain, and it makes me want to do more. And almost to the point of addiction. I don't know. Ramblings. So anyways, part of that though is this plant. Before I took the pills yesterday and today, now it's only a theory with the pills, the supplements. I'm going to try and make a video anytime I see a difference and what I've observed to change. It's not going to be an exact scientific study or whatever, but it's just my thoughts, my experiences. Yeah. So before that, just looking at this plant made me has been making me feel very upset because the leaves are starting to get really sad, and the flowers, like, look at that. That is so sad. Those were white, stark white flowers. It's a peace lily that we got when my husband's grandmother passed away. The care center she was living at sent it to us from a florist, and it was gorgeous. It was like double the size. It had leaves bigger than this, multiple leaves bigger than this, and it was so beautiful. And I was just so anxious about, like, I had decided before that to not get any more plants because I didn't want the maintenance, I didn't want this and that. But when she passed away, people gave us plants, that, and then, oh, and here's a lemon tree that my husband's birth mom sent to us at the same time. But I'm just the worst at taking care of plants. Peace lilies are supposed to be one of the easiest things to take care of, and it's already, like, that was only 2 or 3 months ago. During quarantine, by the way, during the whole coronavirus pandemic thing. She was already going downhill beforehand, and when that hit, I was like, oh no. So it was great. Not really. So anyways, looking at this, like, I actually just the other day I pulled out a little, like, dead piece from inside. I just plucked it out, and a whole clump of these came out with it, with a really nice looking leaf and everything, and there were no roots attached. I think it was like root rot or something, for those plant gurus out there, for, plant people. And then here's this one. I'll show you if you can see that. Anyways, so just looking at this for the past few days has been so stressful. But for some, I think knowing that I have a plan for it has been helpful on top of the extra supplements. I went and got some black gold soil to go ahead and repot it. I'm going to throw away the soil that it has now, rinse the roots off with clean, probably distilled water. And, just the idea that I have a plan for it has been helpful. I just didn't know when I was going to do it. I think I'll do it right now. But I also have some other things I want to do too. Oh, the dilemmas. So many things I want to do, and I can't do it all. Can't I just have my ideas and do them too? Kind of like having your cake and eating it too. Why not? Anyways, I think that's it. That's a good length of a video. I don't want to overdo it. So I will check in later. Bye.